What is this going to look like? What's happening in the mission as we speak? We're going to tell you about the hatch closure process, which is currently underway. These are the live pictures coming in. In moments from now, the undocking is also going to start. Now, this is a major space event as NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore prepare to return to Earth after their stay aboard the International Space Station. The journey back home is always a highly coordinated and precision-driven process involving a series of critical maneuvers before a safe splashdown. That's what we are going to look at. Now, what is this return going to look like? You're looking at the pictures that are coming in, and everything is being monitored very closely. When it comes to the undocking, what is the process of undocking? What do we know about it? When the undocking begins, the spacecraft carrying Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore will detach from the International Space Station. This maneuver is executed with precision using a combination of automated and manual thruster adjustments to ensure a smooth separation. Once undocked, the spacecraft will drift away from the ISS under the influence of the Earth's gravity, moving to a safe trajectory for re-entry. Then what's going to happen? Then NASA will switch to audio-only coverage after the undocking. The mission control will continuously monitor the spacecraft's position and adjust as necessary. The astronauts will then conduct system checks and will also prepare for the next phase, which is known as the deorbit burn. Now, for now, the hatch close process has begun. To get us more on the same, Srinjoy Chaudhary is joining us. In moments from now, the process of homecoming is going to begin, Srinjoy, and we are looking at this historic moment, one that is going to be a milestone in, global space journey. Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore spending 9 months in space, surviving there, conducting multiple experiments. ISRO chief is also with us. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the broadcast. We are witnessing a pivotal moment in space history. There are going to be multiple takeaways for ISRO too. First of all, sir, do you have any wishes to give to Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore? And then we'll talk about the takeaways for our next big mission, which is Gaganyaan.
Oh, madam, I am into the car. I will call you after 10 minutes if you don't mind.
Yes, sir, but we're just, I would just like to halt you for just one moment. Here we are sending out wishes to Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore. Just one message that you want to send to both the astronauts.
No, I am in with so many public. I will call you after 5 minutes.
All right. We'll get in touch with the ISRO chief once again. But wishes are pouring in from across the country. We will be connecting with the ISRO chief in just moments from now. But as we get you the live pictures beaming in, let's tell you, homecoming is closer. 9 months in space. Imagine, viewers, astronauts there plan to go for 9 days. And that 9 days, the entire mission became 9 months long. And what did they do in those 9 months? They conducted 150 plus experiments. Sunita Williams also did space farming. She grew lettuce, she grew radishes, she grew mustard greens. What did Butch Wilmore do? Both the astronauts together also gave training to, the youth and aspiring and budding astronauts from space. Srinjoy Chaudhary is with us. Srinjoy, how are you monitoring these developments? What does this mean for the global space community?
It's a huge plus as far as the space community is concerned, because here are two people who have spent 9 months plus, about 300 days in space. That's a huge amount of time. Yes, people have spent longer periods of time. There's no dispute about that. But even then, 300 days in space is a very, very big effort. And it is in a tiny little place, the ISS, the International Space Station. As you rightly said, she conducted a number of experiments, she and Wilmore. And between the two of them, they have taken the process of living in space, the issues that relate to living in space further. Because in future, India, other countries in the world plan to send astronauts out. India could well be doing that within a few weeks. So as a result, India and the people of the world, especially, as you said, the space community, they need to know more about what it's like to be in space, what you can do in space. Now, it's been a long time. Gagarin was 59, so that's 41 and 25, over 65 years. Nevertheless, you have an International Space Station now. You can grow vegetables there.
Yes.
You can perform experiments there. You can see how the human body deals with space, with a situation where there is no gravity. So all of that, all these experiments have been done before, but the fact that Williams and Wilmore did all these experiments takes human knowledge of what it's like to be in space further.
Right. And you know, Srinjoy, did you know that many are talking about this today? That there is something, when we spoke to astronauts, when we spoke to space buffs, when we spoke to scientists, they told us it's also about the mental resilience of astronauts who are there, who know that there is a sense of uncertainty and for the longest time did not know when they are going to get back. They knew that, you know, families back home are waiting, are anxious, and that's why it's about mental resilience. Many are talking about how Sunita Williams carried the Bhagavad Gita with her. She also had an idol of Lord Ganesha with her. And many are even talking about how in the past she's expressed her love for her favorite Indian snack, which is the samosas. So these are just small things that, you know, that can keep one going back to their roots. As we get you the live pictures, let's once again tell you about the hatch close process. These are pictures coming in before the homecoming. The anticipation and the excitement is only building up. This is the picture of the cockpit where Sunita and others will be shortly. You know, this is the process of the hatch, that is closing of the hatch, which has started. After that, we'll tell you about what happens in the dedocking process. And then we'll describe to you what happens during the splashdown. Srinjoy, also tell us about what does this mean for India, because India too right now is undertaking mega missions for the ISRO. There are many takeaways for its, for its future missions. This is the image that we're talking about. This is the process before the docking, and this is the latest picture that is now coming in. Let's tell you about what's happening currently. This is the latest picture that has come in, and these are moments right before the docking process begins. And this is known as the hatch closing. We'll tell you all about it. Let me go back to Srinjoy Chaudhary, who continues to stay with us. Srinjoy, you've been also speaking to many scientists, panning across the global space community. How are they looking at this moment?
Well, first of all, it's a really happy moment that someone who's been in space for 9 months is coming back. And she and her fellow astronaut Wilmore were supposed to be there for about 9 or 10 days. So yes, there is uncertainty. There were no rockets available. The rocket that was supposed to bring them back was not considered safe enough. So all of these things have to be kept in mind. But it's also a matter of, as you rightly said, mental resilience.
Because,
yes.
I apologize for interjecting, because we have former ISRO